We hear a lot about the Mediterranean and its impact on wellness. Is there more to this gorgeous region than blue seas and sunny skies? Si, and it's all about what's on your plate. Time to get back to the cutting board and discover the joys of the world's healthiest diet today on Christina Cooks.
Underwriting for Christina Cooks is provided by Suzanne's Specialties, offering a full line of alternative vegan and organic sweeteners and toppings. Suzanne's Specialties, sweetness the way Mother Nature intended. Additional funding is also provided by Old Yankee Cutting Boards, designed for durability and custom crafted by hand with Yankee pride and craftsmanship. Jonathan Spoons, individually handcrafted from cherry wood, each designed with your hand and purpose in mind. Additional funding is also provided by
Hi, I'm Christina Perello, and this is Christina Cooks, where each week we take fresh seasonal ingredients and whip them into amazing dishes. Is it all plant-based? Yeah. Is it all delicious? You bet it is. Did you know that just this year, for the first time in, I think about a decade, the Mediterranean diet was named the healthiest diet in the world? Why, you might be asking? Well, it's basically whole grains, beans, vegetables, great olive oil, fruit, right? They use a little animal food here and there, but it's optional. So it is in fact the healthiest diet in the world, and it's delicious. So we need to pay attention. In America, we have over 350 million people. If you combine all the lifestyle diseases, obesity, all of it together, more of us are sick than not sick. We gotta be thinking about the way we eat, guys. Not just for us, but for the planet, but also it can be delicious, as you'll see in this very first dish that we're gonna make. We're making a hot and spicy black bean soup. Now, black beans are high in folate, they're high in magnesium, so they help your nerves to stay calm. They're rich in fiber, they're high in protein. They give you everything you need from a protein without any saturated fats. So, we're gonna take with extra virgin olive oil, is gonna be the start of our soup. Extra virgin olive oil in the Mediterranean diet is liquid gold. To be healthy, they recommend 2 to 4 tablespoons a day. It's not a lot of oil, but please make sure you're using extra virgin. If you're buying a vat of oil for $4 at a big box store, it's probably not extra virgin olive oil. The really true extra virgin olive oil is probably about $20 for a bottle, like less than a liter. It's worth the investment. It's a monounsaturated fat, it's loaded with oleic acid, it's got heart healthy benefits, anti-cancer compounds. Spend the money, skip the extra t-shirt, and buy a bottle of olive oil. Okay, so into this oil, without the heat being turned on, goes red onions, some chili flakes. Now you may use as much or as little as you like, but remember that chili stimulates circulation and helps the body to get rid of toxins. Now we'll turn on the heat. And you do this because you want to maintain the flavor of the olive oil. When you eat the soup, you want that finish of, oh, that's olive oil. If you're not going to do that, if you're going to heat it, then just use any oil that you like. And also, something you should know, extra virgin olive oil, real extra virgin olive oil, is 98 calories a tablespoon, whereas other oils are 120. Look what I just did for you. Okay, next we'll go in some garlic. We're going to take garlic and mince it moderately finely. The more finely you mince garlic, the stronger the taste. So if you want it to be more mild and not a strong garlic taste, then don't mince it quite so finely. If you want like a medium garlic taste, you do it about like this. If you don't like garlic at all, leave it out. But remember that garlic is antibacterial, antifungal, and during World War II, they used it when they ran out of antibiotics. So, might not want to dismiss garlic quite so quickly. The next thing to go in is butternut squash, which is loaded with beta carotenes, a tiny pinch of salt, and now we can stir and start to pull the soup together. This is a really quick soup. You may use canned black beans. You can cook the beans from dry, which is what I like to do often. But when I'm in a hurry, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you there's not canned organic beans in my pantry. We're going to use canned beans today so that the soup cooks in about 30 minutes. Next, we'll take a carrot and dice it. You just want to take the top and bottom off the carrot if it seems like it's a little bit dry. And then we're going to cut it into long spears. And you do this so that the carrot is diced. When the pieces of the carrot are small, or any other vegetable that you add to your soup, the soup becomes sweeter, right? And the job of soup in our diet is to help us to feel relaxed in the digestive tract so that we're more easily satisfied by our food, and it helps us to assimilate the nutrients of the rest of the meal. It's kind of why soup is served first. You never go to Thanksgiving dinner and it's all over and somebody goes, soup? It's always first. So you just dice up the carrot, and that's going to go into our pot. And then the next thing to go in is fresh or frozen organic corn kernels. Corn is a whole grain, so it's got high fiber, and it will help digestion. A little stir. You can smell the heat of the soup, right? If you can smell it and it smells delicious, it's hot enough. If you can smell it and you can't breathe, it's a little too much heat. So then you add something a little sweet, brown rice syrup, a little white wine to take down the heat. Next goes a cup of black beans. Okay. And then while the beans start to simmer, we'll add some ginger. So we have garlic, hot spice, and ginger. So you're going to sweat a little bit from the hot spice, but the ginger is going to keep the body warm. I'm just going to take 2 little slices of ginger, cut it into matchstick pieces, cut across those matchstick pieces into a tiny little mince. And they're going to go in. They can go in at any point during your sauté. Doesn't matter. The longer the ginger cooks, the warmer tasting the soup will get. One last stir. Enough water to generously cover your ingredients so that your soup's not too thin. You can always add water, right? If you were cooking this from dried beans, you'd add 4 times the amount of water as beans. But since I'm using cooked canned beans, they're going to go in with just enough water to cover your ingredients so your soup's not too thin. And the final thing, a bay leaf. Now, bay leaves contain monosodium glutamic acid. Say that with me. Monosodium glutamic acid, which is a natural form of MSG, and it prevents you from becoming musical when you eat beans. So that's going to go into the soup and cook with them. And in 25 to 30 minutes, we'll have a perfect black bean soup.
Can a vegetable be a fruit? A fruit can be a vegetable. What? It can be both? How do you swallow the seeds?
Take the lid off. We're going to season it with salt. Maybe, since it's 4 cups of water, about a teaspoon of salt. Then, give it a little stir. Let the salt cook for a little bit, and we're going to get the garnish ready. When you cook soups, you want to serve them with a garnish, scallion, parsley, basil, whatever floats your boat. Because the soup is cooked for a while, and a bean soup has heavy protein, right? It's got beans, it's a little bit on the heavier side. So you want to garnish it to kind of lift the soup up again so that it tastes fresh. So, now that the soup is ready, I love bean soups. I think that they are exquisite. When you serve soup that's been cooked with a bay leaf, either cook around the bay leaf or try to pull it out, or you have to give a prize if somebody gets the bay leaf. And then you garnish it with some fresh scallions, and the soup is ready to go. So I know we have beans and beans, but these 2 dishes are totally different, do different things for the body, but both will make you incredibly healthy.